Another loss in the shootout. Tick that off as the 8th shootout loss by the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are 1-8 in this garbage mode of hockey. We will continue to say that until they either get rid of it or add 5 more minutes of 3-on-3 or do something. Nonetheless, Leafs lose 3-2 to the L.A Kings in the shootout. But you know what? As much as I hate the shootout and as much a lot of people hate the shootout and it shouldn't be in the game, it shouldn't have got to that point. It really shouldn't have. Let's start it off early, though, and we're talking early. 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the game. The Leafs dominated the first, 5 minutes of the first period. But 2 minutes in, Tyler Bozak scores his 15th goal of the year, assisted by Mitch Marner and James Van Riemsdyk. It was a great goal. Leafs were up 1-0 early. Okay, we've seen this before. We've also seen blown leads happen before. Second period, 7:20 in. Nikita Zaitsev floater from the point. Might have hit something. I'm not sure. Well, it definitely hit something. Changed direction. Finds its way in the back of the net. 2-0. And Brian Boyle gets the assist on the beautiful face-off win. He was a lot better in this one. He was very good on the draws. I think he was like 60-something% in the defensive zone, and that's really good. So that's really key for him. Zaitsev with his third goal of the season and 28th point. Nikita Zaitsev looking great. Late in the second period, Mitch Marner trying to while back checking, just absolutely hacks. I don't know who he hacked, but he took I think it was a slashing penalty he took late in that second period, and it was a hooking penalty he took late in the second period, and that's just a stupid mistake. I'm sorry. You've got 28 seconds to go in the period. The Leafs had a defender there, but Marner's trying to hustle back, and he hooks onto the guy, takes a penalty late in the period. You didn't need to. It's not like it was a break when you had to haul him down, or if it was like a partial break and you had to haul him down. No, your defender was right there. And he takes that penalty, and, usually abbreviated power plays don't really hurt. Well, I'm not going to say don't usually. A lot of the time they don't hurt teams because the momentum isn't really there if they don't get anything in that first little bit of the power play. Nothing happens in that first bit of the power play, thinking, okay, abbreviated. All right, well, it's still a minute and a half, though, of power play time in the third. Well, they didn't need it. 27 seconds in, Anze Kopitar takes a shot from the point and it's going wide. It's going wide by a mile. But instead, it hits Nikita Zaitsev's face, or more or less like right about here on his head, and goes in. Jeff Carter's looking around like, what? Well, it's in the net. All right, way to go, boys. There you go. When the Leafs need points and when the Leafs need wins, that type of stuff happens. However, it's still 2-1. Not till a minute and a half later, though, where Tanner Pearson scores, we got a tie game. So less than 2 minutes into the period, we go from having a 2-0 lead going into the period, good momentum, you've killed half the penalty, 2 minutes into the period, and you got a tie game. It's been the story of the year for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think. Blowing third goal leads. No matter how you play in the first 40, a lot of Leaf fans are scared no matter what the score is in that third period. I think we can all agree about that. But we had a tie game, right? Chances late. Freddie Anderson does well. We go to overtime. Chance after chance. Marner over to Gardner. Hits the skate of Drew Doughty. If not, that's in the back of the net. Tyler Bozak with a wide open cage hits the side of the net. The last 2 games, Tyler Bozak has missed 2 wide open nets. Both cost the Leafs points. Arguably 3 points. Not fun to talk about. That could have won the game in overtime for the Leafs. Tyler Bozak scores that goal last game against San Jose. Whole new game, right? And yeah, when you miss opportunities like that, good teams make you pay. I don't care what you say or what the record shows. The L.A Kings, with Jonathan Quick in net, they're an unreal team. They're a big, strong, greasy, tough team to face. And the Leafs know it over the past years. They have not played well in San Jose. They have not played well in Los Angeles. And they have not played really well in Anaheim. And that's where they go next. I thought Matthews looked really good in this one. Didn't show up on the scoreboard, but he looked really good. He was all over the place, up in everyone's face, making great plays, a couple great scoring chances. And Zach Hyman. Now, there was a few plays in this game where I'm like, this is why we love this guy. Those partial 3-on-2s they were having, and what does Hyman do? Goes right for the guy down the middle and just glues himself to him. They can't make a play. Puck goes the other way. It happened both times when he did that. He's just an unbelievable player. Just a great, hard-nosed type of guy. He's a great, great piece for this team. And, I mean, we love him. Why am I not talking about the loss? Because it was a tie in my eyes. Because the shootout, honestly, there's been times where I'm like, even today, I'm like, should I even watch it? Because we know what the result's going to be. And people can't blame Freddie Anderson for the shootout because he made the first 2 stops. The Leafs missed Thank you. The Leafs missed all 3 of their shots. Matthews almost had him 5-hole. Marner tried to outweight Quick, but it's the Leafs got to learn that dangling clearly at this point is not working for them. It really isn't. And it's really starting to get under my skin. These points, the 14 non-regulation, 1-point games, 14 of them. It sucks, man. It really does. And this team deserves better in hindsight, right? I mean, they deserve so much better. They've played so well, except those third period. I mean, I'm curious. The record for the Leafs in third periods with the lead, going into the period. Now, there's probably not a lot of regulation losses, but I'm going to guess there's like 8 overtime losses or shootout losses or, that kind of deal. Because they seem to find a way. Like, even when they're up by 3 and a team finds a way to come back and tie it, the Leafs don't lose it in regulation. They get a point and then they lose it. Same tonight. Right, you thought, the game's way over. They scored 2 goals early in the third. They had a full 18 minutes to go. The Leafs are in shambles. No, they find a way to get a point out of this and get to the shootout. So it's been weird. It's been a lot of weird things, right? But this team continues to frustrate me because this is their third game in 4, right? In the last 4 games, they have had 3 1-point games. And it's killing me because those extra points, they're going to come back and haunt you. I have this weird feeling in me that the Leafs are going to miss it by a couple points or 1 point. I hope they make it. But as of right now, with the New York Islanders winning tonight and the Leafs obviously, getting the 1 point, the Islanders with the head-to-head record and the goal differential or whatever you want to look at statistic-wise, the Islanders are ahead of the Leafs because they have a game in hand. And it's these extra points. And they're tied with us with the game in hand. Boston lost. You gain a point on there and whoop-de-doo. Ottawa won. Montreal won. So the Leafs are just leaving points out there. And it's really starting to get to me. And I think it's probably starting to get to you guys. You've seen all these 1-point games when there's extra ones there that you want to grab, but just aren't. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, hey, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. It really means a lot when you guys hit that button. We've been seeing a lot over the past, half a month, and it's been fantastic. I appreciate every single one of you guys coming on board. And comment down below what you guys thought of the game. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, Raptors edition, as they're in Washington taking on the Wizards. They need to get a win. They need to shoot the ball better. And also, tomorrow night as well, so we got 2 videos tomorrow. Leafs edition once again. Leafs. Ducks. Now, it looks like from, what it's projected, looks like Jonathan Bernier's getting the start against the former club. Now, if past Leaf games against former people suggest Jonathan Bernier better not light up the Leafs, I swear. If he does. Anyways, let's not talk about that, all right? So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. Leafs, Ducks. It's 10 o'clock puck drop. Last late one, guys. We can do it. and it's a Friday. We'll see you guys then.